Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Their first chance this season playing the Thunder. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Banchero. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Holmgren. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Now here's Edwards. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Williams from long range. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league, so it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Banchero outside. Back to Edwards. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Edey. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Puts up a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Banchero outside. To the left side wing. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And stolen by Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. The 3-ball. That shot off the mark.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
To the middle. And the basket by Edwards.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game. Pass to Edwards. Back to Banchero. For 3. Dort grabs the miss. Oklahoma City trailing. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Grizzlies head coach had a few moments to share with me. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Edey, that's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams from long range. On target from range. Williams has got 8. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Memphis. Trailing by 2. Outside Bain. For 3, Mathurin. The Thunder with the rebound. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, all already an elite shot blocker.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Pass to Edey. And here's Edwards outside. That shot off.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Grizzlies trail by 5. Outside Bane. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Edwards. Back to Banchero. And he lays it up and in.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Yet to see a basket. The kick out to Williams. It'll count. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you gotta have some real nerves to hit that shot.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter. Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Offline with a 3. Grizzlies trail by 6. And one thing you can say about the Memphis Grizzlies, they are disruptive defensively, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, they've been in the top 5 in the league in steals, blocks, turnovers forced over the last few years. And let's face it, they're aggressive offensively as well. This team attacks at both ends of the court.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Here's Pippen. Pass to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot from the wing. Here's Clark. Here's Pippen. Here's Wells. Pounded by Wiggins. Another shot. And Bagley with the lay-in.
As a defender, you have to get more physical with him in the post.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
Williams from long range. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Out left to the wing. Pass to Wells. Here's Clark. And here's Kennard. And he hits it to tie the game. Kennard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, give Kennard room at the arc, and he will quickly live up to his reputation as a shooter.
There's a screen by Wiggins. The 3. The shot won't fall. The Grizzlies on offense. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing.
And they did a lot of winning, Allie. Williams from long range. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Thunder lead by 3. Timeout called. Memphis. So both teams changing it up here. Stan, you started as an assistant in the NBA back in 1995. Now all of these years later, for a coach, what's been the biggest change, you think?
Well, I think the biggest change, Brian, has been that we don't practice as much. There's much less time spent on the court with your team. It's more done in terms of film and individual work and not 5-on-5 type practice like it was back in 1995.
You mean to say we're talking about practice?
That's exactly right.
Banchero the screen to the inside. Dort with a steal. And up the court come the Thunder on the break.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
There's a minute 40 left in the first half. Here's Edwards. From 18 feet away, Edey, that's good.
Well, for someone who is mostly an off guard, Edwards puts up great assist numbers.
Screen by Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's... Oh! Wow! And Edwards makes so many winning plays, including finding his open teammates.
Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Edey. He has 6. At the arc, Banchero finds his mark.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Pass to Williams. Fires it. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Edey for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder leading by 3. Inside. And Williams punches it home.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
Outside Bane. Pass to Edey. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. Memphis shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. It's both from the stripe. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. That kicks off a 5-game road trip for the club. Outside Mathurin. Uses the glass on the layup. Mathurin's got 5.
Great body control allows Mathurin to finish through contact.
And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his heiress, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Grizzlies.
And so it's Memphis with it. They trail by 3. Pass to Bane for the tie. Drains the triple.
Well, obviously, Bane has the range for this shot. He's not put off by shooting from the corner.
Now Holmgren. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot. Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Outside, inside, in between, doesn't matter. SGA is lethal. Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Pass to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams has got 22 points.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Here's Edey. Great D that time from Holmgren. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Understand certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
And I think Lou Dort is a textbook example of a high-effort player. He is just relentless on both ends, constantly looking for ways to make a difference.
Timeout called. Memphis. For the Thunder. Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Pippen. No points yet. Kennard outside. Clark right side. Five on the clock. And another miss by Memphis.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Now Joe. The kick out to Wiggins. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. 7-point differential. Kicks it out to Kennard. Pass to Pippen. Takes a 13-footer. Williams grabs the board. Setting up in the half court where they've been somewhat ineffective.
And that's in part because this defense has been so solid.
Down low. Here's Joe. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 9-point Thunder lead.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Back to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. There's a screen. Wallace, left side. Pass to Williams. Knocks it down from distance. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Now here's Kennard. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Wallace. Back to Joe. Williams from long range. Clark grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. The 3. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Pippen. 6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Bagley. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Oklahoma City earning this.
The Thunder, 44.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So it's Oklahoma City now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't hit from the elbow.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
A combination of brute force and skill on the interior. Paolo Banchero.
And here's Memphis. Pass to Edey. Kicks it out to Bane. 4-3. Knocks down the triple.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside.
Williams on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And Edwards puts up a deep three. And another three for Memphis.
Look, if Edwards is hitting that shot, there's not much you can do defensively to stop him.
The kick out to Williams. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Banchero.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And stolen by Holmgren. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Caruso left side. Big Chet throwing it down.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
To the paint. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Gilgeous-Alexander gets the bucket on the breakaway. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Oklahoma City?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Inside, here's Edey. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Second personal foul.
It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And he can't hit the second. Right side Mathurin. Outside Edwards. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And Williams punches it home.
The defense gives Shea all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
Pass to Edey. And stolen by Williams. Here's Dort. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Right side Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
A 6'6" playmaker. SGA has a great view of the floor.
Outside Edwards. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Banchero. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Williams up top. Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white, but you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Thunder.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And what a huge performance it was for Jalen Williams.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
One thing that's apparent about Mathurin is his athleticism. He's got a good blend of agility and strength, which gives him multiple ways to beat you.
Outside Edwards. On the wing, Mathurin. Banchero outside. Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that about wraps it up.
Buddy, say I'm adorable. Paid him for like Harlem, drive business while we serving. Better we get on him, he won't make it. Down, keep going, on some was popping current. Gucci online, say she want a fluffy pup. Me, I got a no Amazon, searching slush machine. She got on Bottega person feet, look like bamboo leaf. You know I'm a can't call me your majesty. She say I'm the man and